Hey y'all, what's happening? Happy Friday to most of y'all. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing well on Friday. So we've been talking this week about video storytelling. And the question that I'm asked at this point is, Robert, yeah, you're saying that we need to be on video, but what does that mean? What does that mean? How do I get on video? Do I just get my phone out and record something and post it anywhere online? Is there a specific place that I put it? Do I put it on YouTube? Do I put it on Facebook? Do I put it on TikTok or Snapchat or Periscope? What do I do with it? Do I need to just do live stream? What do I do with video, Robert? What exactly is it that I'm supposed to be doing? So listen, today, what we're going to do is I'm going to walk through about 4 different ideas or 4 different places, 4 different ways you can be using video as a real estate agent, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as somebody who has a product, process, program, or service to share with the world and who helps people solve a problem. Okay, so let's begin to walk through this baby. So first of all, if you have never gotten connected this week, I want to encourage you to head over to our YouTube channel, and you can just search Robert Kennedy 3 for me on the YouTube channel, or any of the other socials. You can just go to getintouchwithrk3.com. All right, so let's jump on in. All right, so let's talk for a second here. Let me take this big view thing off of the screen and let's talk, right? So you want to figure out how to leverage or to make the most out of video, but you're trying to figure out what ideas you should be using to make video, right? You're not sure if you should be using just creating content based on questions. You're not sure what to say, all of these things. So how do you leverage video in these cases? Well, I'm going to share with you some easy, super easy ways to do this. Okay. So idea number 1 for how you can leverage video is here on your about page or your intro page, right? If you've got a business and you have an about page or you've got a home page, are you using video in that place? I can't tell you how many pages I've gone to of real estate agents or of other business owners, and what I see on that page is just a static representation of who you are. There may be a picture and you may be sitting in the chair and smiling like, right? Or there may be there's a lot of text, or there's a headshot from the JCPenney studio, right? Whatever it is, I see a lot of that. And I'm losing my words. If I speak about real estate agents specifically, I go to a lot of pages, and yes, there are houses, but what it appears to me to be is just a generic site with listings, right? So if I'm there and I'm just kind of looking at listings, great, it's fine. But if I'm learning about you as the agent, or if I'm trying to figure out who you are, do I want to work with you? Do I vibe with you? an about page video or an introductory video is a really great way for me to do that. You're saying, okay, I don't want to go on all of the socials, Vimeo, YouTube, etc., because I don't want to answer. Okay, fine. Let's start out with an about us or about me or an about page video. And yeah, so even though it says about me, you still want to really focus it on the audience. You still really want to focus it on the client or the customer or the prospect. What are the challenges that they're having? What are the things that they're dealing with? What are the things that they're walking through? What are the obstacles, the broken stuff? What are they doing? So if you started an about me page video with a story, or you started out with a challenge. So for example, you might say, hey, listen, I remember the first time that I had the possibility to buy a house. I remember being a first-time home buyer, and I remember that it was an overwhelming process. Man, it took us about 6 months to go through the process. We didn't know about FHA loans. We didn't know about, subprime lending. We didn't know about all of these things, and we didn't know about home inspection. We didn't know about anything. And it was just an overwhelming process. We got through it. But as I got through it, and as I got into the real estate industry for the last 10 years, my goal has really been to help people navigate that first-time home buying process with ease. And so my name's Robert, and I've been an agent for the last 15 years. I started out doing this. I started focusing on buyers, and now I focus a little bit more on sellers, but I have never forgotten that experience and that place that I came from that allowed me to really tap into the need and the emotion of this process, because it's an emotional process. It's something that it's one of the biggest decisions that we make in our lives about like marriage or leaving a job or something big, having children. It's a really big decision. Buying a home is a really huge decision. So my job is to really help you navigate that process. Okay, so that's a video that you can create on your About Me page. Okay, you can do that, and it can be, all right, let me look at a couple of comments here. I see Tatiana's there. She said, guilty. I need a video intro for my LinkedIn profile and a welcome one for my YouTube channel. Yeah, okay, so start there. Start there. So now you've got a little bit of homework, right? You've got a little bit of homework, and you know what you need to get done. All right, good deal. So let's keep rocking and rolling. So an about page or intro video is something that you can use. Number two way that you can easily hop into video without freaking out about where it needs to be and all of that is by using email. Email in video is highly underrated. Video in email, not email in video. Video and email is highly underrated. There are a lot of apps that help you to do this. And I can go through a litany of them. BombBomb, Dub, Hippo Video, Loom. There are a lot of apps that help you to create these videos that then show up as animated GIFs or GIFs, whichever one you want to use, in the email, and are a lot more interesting than a long email list. The advantage, again, especially if you're in a space where you are cold emailing someone, the advantage is that even in that animated GIF, they're able to see a small snippet of your personality, right? They come into their email, they open, and it's just this long text, and they're kind of like, oh my gosh, right? But they come into their email, they see a hello, and then they see a GIF of somebody, right? There is a little bit of a different emotion or connection that takes place with that. So you can use video in your email just to say hello, introduce who you are, what you're up to, ask them what their problem is, ask them how you can be of service, find out a little bit more about what's going on in their world. Video in email is a really underrated solution. Okay, so you can use video in emails. If you are utilizing social media like LinkedIn, right? If you're using social media like LinkedIn, you've got the inbox availability. Hold on, this logo's over my face again. Let me get rid of that. All right, you can use the inbox capability. And here's what you can do. You can utilize tools again like Dub, like Hippo Video that integrate, especially if you're using a Chrome browser, they integrate right with your LinkedIn InMail or your LinkedIn messages. And so you can create videos, customized, personalized videos to send to people in their inboxes with that same animated GIF and your smile. That's another option. You can use video if you're connecting with people on Instagram. You have the ability in Instagram to share video in the direct messages or the DMs as well, right? So some people use that for nefarious purposes, but here you go. Take back your power and make it for good. Use video in your DM or your inbox or your email to express or to share a personality with your prospect, your client, your customer. Okay, so that's number two. That's number two. Here's number three. We are about how much time have we gone? Oh, we're about 11 minutes in. I'm only supposed to be doing this for about 15, maximum 20 minutes. Yesterday, I spent 30 minutes on here, and yeah, that kind of ran into another appointment. So let me stay on track today. Let me stay on track. Okay, so number three thing that you should be thinking about using video for is this: interviewing. So yesterday we talked about how sometimes people are nervous about getting on video or nervous about making videos. And I suggested having somebody interview you. I suggested having somebody ask you questions and you simply respond to them. And that can be a way for you to make video. But if you're an agent and you're trying to share with your prospects about the communities that you are centralized in, right? If you want to share about what the best restaurants are, or about what the community looks like, what the parks are like, what the physical layout of the community looks like, right? Video is a really great way to share that with people. And so if you have people who may be longtime residents of that community, or if you have people who are business owners in that community, right? Interviewing those people, asking them questions is a really great way, a really great use of video. Really great way to hear stories, a really great way to share stories. It's just an amazing way to really get, to leverage the power of video and storytelling so that people can not only see you, but they can learn a little bit more about an area or something or a subject that they were questioning anyway, right? So interviewing people, interviewing business owners, interviewing residents, interviewing people who are maybe even government officials that are in a specific space or place. I'm mixing up words. Space. That's not a word. I could make it one. Okay. Maybe even interviewing the local councilman or the local councilwoman, the local council person, right? Maybe you can interview a local senator or comptroller or whatever it is. Department of Education person, whoever it is, sheriff, whoever it is. You can interview some of these people, do a quick 5-minute interview with them, and then share that on your channel. Share that on your YouTube channel, share that on your Facebook, share it somewhere so that people can then see what the personality is like in that area. Who are the people? What it's like. Right? So that's a third way. The fourth way, last way that I'll mention today that you can be leveraging or using video easily is one where you don't even have to be on camera. Here it is. Testimonials. Testimonials are another fantastic way to utilize video for your business. So the mistake that a lot of testimonials or people, I hear a lot of people making with testimonials is that they say that they share or they request somebody to make a testimonial, and the testimonial is, oh my gosh, Robert was great. Robert understood my needs. Robert was so much fun. I spent so much time with Robert, and Robert was really pretty neat, and Robert was fantastic. Okay? That was great. And that may make you feel really good. However, what is it that people care about? What's the challenge that they have? Again, focusing on your audience. Your audience is tuned into WeFM. What's in it for me? right? If they're watching something about you, they're not only watching it to see who you are, but they're watching it to see if you can connect with a challenge, obstacle, or problem that they have. So your testimonial should not be about how great you are, but instead about the experience that the person who is doing the testimonial has had, and maybe how you've been a part of that. But people want to hear more. You know what? When I came into this home buying process, I was super nervous. I was so overwhelmed. As a matter of fact, I was considering not even doing this and just staying in my apartment because I was not looking forward to this. But you know what? After a month, after 6 weeks, I was able to get to this place where I just kind of felt calm. I felt more certain. I felt more secure. And on top of all of that, I was able to find the house that I really wanted. I didn't have to settle. And that was possible because Robert really made me feel like this entire experience was something that I could handle. Right? So having them start out with their experience and their feeling and their emotion and what has happened. Has there been a result that they've experienced? Has their life changed as a result of this? So again, not necessarily about how great you are. You do want people to understand how you help people, but you don't want it to be just about how great you are. You want people to feel that they can have that same experience with you because somebody else has experienced something fantastic. This is the reason why when we are purchasing products, we go to Yelp or we go to some review site or we just simply look at the stars because we want to hear what other people thought, what other people felt. And if you're on Amazon and you're trying to get this book and you see this book and you see the reviews that say, oh my gosh, Robert is a great author. I've read all his books. He knows how to write. People don't always pay attention to that, but people look at what happened as a result. Was this an experience that you had before? Did it resonate with you? Were you enlightened? Were you challenged? People resonate with those types of things. Of course, people tend to listen if people say bad things about you, right? But that is why, as an agent or an entrepreneur or small business owner, you want to do a good work. You want to do great work so that comes through. But when you are also sharing or asking people to share testimonials about you, you want it to be about their experience and how their life has changed as a result. All right. So let me walk back through these 4 things really quickly. Let's see if we can walk back through them. So 4 great places or 4 great ways for you to leverage video instead of just kind of hopping online and talking. One way is just having a video on your about page. Right. That's one great way. Another great way is to utilize video in email or inbox. That's another great way. Third way that you can use, you can interview someone. And the fourth great way that you can leverage or utilize video is through testimonials. Okay, so that's what we've got today. Listen, we're going to be talking about some of these things next week in the video storytelling challenge. I've given you 4 great ways that you can leverage video. However, I want to equip you with some of the skills to be able to do it more efficiently, more effectively, and simplify that process so that you're not scared off from using video marketing or video storytelling, as I call it, as a technique for growing your business. So what we want to do is we want to go through. Let me see if I can find this page really quickly. I want to share the registration page again really quickly. Down at the bottom, videostorytellingchallenge.com is where you would go. All right, but here's what we've got. Let me see if I can pull this a little bit further so that you can see this. Go to videostorytellingchallenge.com. Okay, in 4 days. We're going to start in 4 days, 0 hours, 19 minutes, and 27 seconds. There we go. All right, good deal. All right, so on day 1, April 18th is when we get started. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all goes down. Get your seat, get your spot. And on day 1, we're going to walk through the storytelling strategy that I use to really help structure all of your communication content. Okay. And we're going to talk about how to find an unlimited pool of ideas for your video content. OMG, if you feel like one of the reasons that you're not doing video content is because you are not sure of what to say, you should never be not sure of what to say. There's just ridiculous amounts of questions that you can answer and places that you can get information. So how to find an unlimited pool of ideas for your video content. Then on day 2, we're going to walk through how to get started without getting overwhelmed by all of the technology. I'll share with you one tool every video storyteller must have in order to show up like a pro, even on a moment's notice. We'll talk about how to create authentic, relatable content and how to create content easily without spending forever editing. Yeah, we're going to jam all that in, and it's not going to be overwhelming to you. It's going to be simple, guarantee it, okay? And then on day 3, we're going to take a deeper look at video stories, how they connect with your prospect on an emotional level, and how to move them towards a decision based on the story that you tell, okay? And I'll be walking through the 2 key elements that every video every video converting video story needs. Okay, so this is the Monetizing and Selling with Video Storytelling Challenge. We'll spend 3 power-packed days walking through the framework and the process that you can leverage to attract your ideal audience, boost your visibility, and ultimately grow your business, generate more income. All right, we want you to be able to share content that your prospects, customers, and clients can connect with. All right, so that's what we've got. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you. I'm looking forward to seeing you. If you haven't registered yet, get on over to, what's the thing? VideoStorytellingChallenge.com. It should be somewhere down here, right below, like scrolling across my chest right now, okay? All right, I'll see you next week. I'll be back on Monday with another live video. I think I may be back on Tuesday, but then on Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m., we're going to be starting that Video Storytelling Challenge. All right, looking forward to seeing you then. Peace.